This is actually my first time recording in a really long time. Yeah. Anyhow, whoop-de-whoop. You ever been looking for information online on something, trying to do your research, and you can't find it? That's literally how I felt whenever I was looking for gel polish, excuse me, it's my retainer, gel polish versus acrylic toes. Like, everybody over here talking about acrylic toes, but ain't nobody got no information to share about them. Like, what's good, everybody? It's your girl Sneak the Ruler coming back to you all with an upload. Before we begin, of course, I want to let you all know that you guys can purchase these lashes, the stylist Nikki, for your first order. You can use the code FIRSTFIANCE and you'll get 15% off your order. So, toes. We talking about toes today, right? So I was online and I was looking to see, you know, what the difference is, or not even just the difference, but the pros and cons of having acrylic toenails. Lo and behold, I couldn't find that nowhere, which sucks because if you look online, like, it's everywhere. Like, everybody is posting about their acrylic toes, but nobody's really talking about the pros and cons of it. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up doing my own personal research and I'm here to bring that to you all. Hey. So we already know how it goes whenever you have regular paint. The pros and cons of that. The pro is, you know, it's easy to remove and, you know, that's about it. You can do it at your own will. Whenever you want to change the color, do what you do, boo-boo. But it doesn't really last as long. And of course, you know, it can chip off. So that's the obvious cons of it. Now for me, right now, if I had to choose between the gel toes and the acrylic toes, I would say my favorite has been acrylic as of late. And I'm going to get into why momentarily, but I'm going to start off with the pros and cons on gel polish. You know, the gel polish is, you know, it helps harden your toenails. And also that it lasts long. It doesn't chip off as easily. That's pretty much it. The cons, of course, is that it's much more difficult to take off. That you would require a soak off or a drilling. Versus, again, like I said, regular polish where you could just get you a remover and kablam, it's gone, you know. Now with acrylic toes, of course, it's very similar to gel toes, but not entirely the same. One of the greatest cons, I would say, personally, especially for me, is that it makes my toenails much harder. They're less susceptible to breaking. I'm somebody that has thinner toenails as well as thinner fingernails. I've had that all my life, and me getting them done don't make it no better. You feel me? But yeah, like, it makes my toenails a lot harder. So I really don't deal with cracking or breaking as often. That's a big pro for me. Also, that it lasts extremely long, and you know, I just like having the acrylic on my toes. I don't know how to explain it. Like, it makes the shaping of your toenails a lot more uniform and better as well, because you get that nice perfectly squared shape versus what your toenails look like, you know, at the discretion of whoever the hell filed it for you. See what I'm saying? So that's why I personally like it. Of course, the downside is it is much like acrylic nails, where if it's not done properly, you can get infections. You can end up with a fungus if you're not careful, which I'm pretty sure you can get that with gel polish, but I feel like it's easier to get with acrylic. Also, a con of it is you might have to go up another shoe size. Like, you really might have to go up another shoe size, to be honest, because your toenail gonna be a little bit bulky, sis, especially if you get the tips. I personally didn't get any tips glued onto my toenails. I have pretty large nail beds naturally. So if you also have large nail beds, I wouldn't recommend getting a tip put on. You could just get the acrylic powder. But for those especially who get the tip done, you might need to go up a shoe size, at least a half size, because your toenails gonna need room, especially if you're one of those that want your toenails looking long and designed and bedazzled. You know, it could make wearing your shoes uncomfortable. So that's a con of having the acrylic over the gel, because gel toes, obviously you're not really gonna have a thick layer of gel polish. At least I haven't ever really seen no crazy thick layers of gel polish on nobody's feet. So that's one of the biggest differences that I noticed. But other than that, y'all, that's about it that I noticed. I lost my pinky toe. You feel me? How I lost this pinky toe. So, personally, I have brittle toenails. So, with the gel, like, if somebody step on my toe, just the edge is club. If somebody step on my toe, like my toenail will crack, and not only would it crack, it would like break and split, and like gel nails just wasn't working for me for that reason. So I ended up getting acrylic toes. But what ended up happening is I go to the gym for one, and two, like my pinky nail grows a little bit longer on my toes. So I feel like between the pressure and just how thick that acrylic was on top of that wee little pinky toe, it ended up breaking off the nail off of both of my toes. So if at any point you were interested in getting acrylic toes, I would say that's something that you should look out for. Just be very mindful that you can lose your toenails. It can break your toenails if it's not done properly, or, you know, if you end up injuring your toe. But to really get into it though, like about how my fucking toenail came off. All right, bro. So let me tell you. So I was in the fucking shower and shit. You know, washing up myself, washed up my feet. And, you know, when you go over your toe, I felt my pinky toenail slide off. And I'm like, oh, hell no. So what I ended up doing, I looked down and I saw that not only did the acrylic slide off, it took my real nail with it. So I literally had like a little stump left. And then after, I started looking at my other toe and I noticed the right one was wiggling and wobbling and lifted up just the same. So I ended up having to take that off, and same thing, like it took damn near half my nail with it. So yeah, that's how I ended up having that issue, thanks to acrylic and pressure. Damn. Also, if you guys are interested in my lashes, I'm going to leave the link down below where you can purchase them. If you use the code if you use the code FIRSTFIANCÉ, you guys can get 15% off your order. The style that I'm wearing right now is called Aria. Get into it. Anyhow, y'all, that's what your girl got for ya. Hope you guys stay tuned, and I'll see you guys back again. Until next upload, my friend, you know, I will see you guys. Peace out. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, as there will be more content. Bye.